Welcome. Good evening. Welcome back to Wano, where we discuss everyday family issues, relationship, and culture. Sometimes we explore the intricacies of contemporary relationships. Tonight, so you're joining us. We're going to discuss the question that has been generated discussions for centuries. It has been like a topic that many people, whenever you want to discuss, when you talk about this topic, there's always opposite views, generate a lot of debates. What am I talking about? I'm talking about, are you marrying for love or economic gain? Are you marrying for love or economic gains? I think seriously, it's a question that I don't know many. I don't know your own answer. Seriously, I think you just have to put it in the comment section. Let me know. Are people marrying for love these days? Okay, are people marrying for love these days? First off, let's talk about love. Let's talk about love. I'm talking about the magical feeling that makes you feel like you are floating on clouds. You know that feeling that makes you feel like, you have that butterfly according to the movies. Yeah. Let's face it. Love can make you do some ridiculous things. Some things that you never even like believe that you are capable of doing. Love can make you do that. Do you understand what I mean? Ridiculous things. Like using your school fee to buy a gift for a woman. A lot of things. Do you understand? Ridiculous things. Like that time that you thought that it was a good idea to sing a love, like a love serenade rendition of Usher. You know Usher? He sang that song for her. But to your amazement, she didn't find it charming. She find it amusing. But what am I talking about? Love makes us brave. It makes you brave, sometimes foolish, depending on how you see it and depending on how you look at it. What I'm talking about, are you marrying for love or for economic gain? And then when you look at that question, you can say that is it directing to men or directing to women? I think both sides, you can answer for yourself. Historically, if you look at the context of marriage, do you know that every time marriage has undergone substantial change over time? It has gone keep changing all the time. You understand? Those days it used to be like arranged marriages. Most times they arrange marriages for financial gain in those days. Most times if you watch some movies, they're still like showing kind of love that they used to like experience in those days. What I mean, like you see the king, the kingmaker, they will like arrange a woman, or they will groom a lady that will marry a king or marry the king's son, something like that is groom. They will not go to a poor home to do that. They always arrange a princess from maybe another kingdom, a princess that will marry the king's son. And then if you are someone that coming from pauper, you're coming from maybe like you're a peasant, then the king son or maybe the prince is having a maybe relationship with you or something. The king find out that his son is having a relationship with a peasant. What do you think normally happen? There's always a problem. You understand there's an issue because from generations, talking about in the olden days, they normally arrange those kind of marriages for what? Financial gain. You understand? That's the way it's in like that. Okay. So families they look to form alliance in order to do like their for their riches, for to increase their riches, to improve their social, their social status and all that. You know what I mean? They arrange that. It's still happening today. It's still happening today. Then if you shift towards a romantic love or romantic, so something like that, you see that things, like I said to you, I said that it's been changing. It keep changing. Okay, the perception of the society of marriage underwent that significant change. It changed in the 19th centuries when you get to that, due to movies and all that. When you look at the notion of being married for love and all that, it start gaining that popularity. It start getting that influence. Society shifting, starts shifting little by little towards that romance because of novels, because of movies. When you look at the idea of having that pleasure in marriage and all that, you see that many are looking at it from the angle of what? Love, romance. And then this movie that came out, if you remember that movie, Titanic just made it more famous. It made it to become a more elaborated. A lot of people start like having that feeling of love. You understand? So they start having that affection and all that. People like now talking about soulmate. They're talking about soulmate, talking about, you know, finding their missing rib, finding the love of their life and all that. You understand? So because of those movies and all that. Then if you fast forward it to today, then you find yourself that becoming a complex issues now, because both love and economic gains plays what? A significant role in marriages these days. Some people will say to you, yeah, I love him. I love this person. That's the reason why I married him or something like that. But also he needs to take care of the family. He needs to take care of his family. He needs to you understand? He needs to have a little bit of money. So it become like someone will tell you that you need to have money also. And also there's some stupid like love involved. Do you understand what I mean? So then to bring us to this evening and what we are talking about, what we're discussing. And we're asking that question to you guys. Are you marrying for love or for economic gains? Or you can put it for short. People marrying for love these days. Are people marrying for love these days? Okay. And I would like to hear from you guys. I would like to get the idea from you guys. Do people marry for love these days? So you can put on the comment section, or you can call me on this number that is going to be on the screen now. They are +44 744982386 is the number to call. Are people marrying for love these days? Are you marrying for love or for economic gains? You understand? That is what we're discussing. I would like to hear from you guys. Put it on the comment section, or you can call me. The line is open. Okay. Let's just digest this thing. Let's just go into it proper. Let's discuss it. Talking about today, if we fast forward to today, this generation, look at social media, has elaborated everything about love, talk about economic gains and all that. You look at flashy cars, houses, and all that, everything. Celebrities, footballers, actors, everyone, some businessmen, Some say can call them influencers and everything. Everyone that's just like they're flaunting their riches, they're flaunting their cars, they're flaunting everything, showing that. You understand? So see some people are really in a relationship, they will take their lady out, they will just go to some expensive restaurant and all that. They're going out on a trip and everything. You understand? All that. Some they go out, they see them, they go into like all these go to Dubai or going to some fancy jewelry shops and all that. They're buying expensive watches, they're buying expensive bags and everything. They're coming out, they showing love, flowers and everything to their wife, to their girlfriends and all that. Are you getting me? Then you will, it might maybe at the long run, that relationship might lead to marriage. At the marrying, come and see their wedding. Come and see the wedding. Talk of town. Men, men, women coming out, spraying money. Everybody. They're showing their cars they're coming with. Do you understand what I mean? All of that social media. It's on social media. So are you getting me? And then the single ladies out there, they're all watching, they're all looking at all those things that are happening. They are looking at other relationships, they are looking at other weddings, they are looking at all that. Then some of my relationships, and then you're asking them that question now. You want to know their angle, their perspective. What is it? When you ask them, they will tell you that they're in love with their boyfriend. They're in love with their man. They're in love with this person they're in a relationship with. But are they ready to get married? Why are you marrying this person? That's the question. Why do you want to marry this person? In most cases, they will tell you, I love him. I love her so much. But this person you love so much, when you look at it economically, financially, is this person buoyant? Is this person capable? Is he rich? Do you understand what I mean? So those are the things. Are you married for love or for economic gain? That's what we're discussing, guys. I get me. Because social media has made it so easy. Can I say some people will say it's made it so difficult? There's a lot of challenge. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of pressure from both sides. It's not only on men. Sometimes you say that people will say, yeah, there's a lot of pressure on men to make money for them to like before they get married and all that. There's also pressure on ladies for them to marry someone that is rich too. Why? Because economic factor are still quite important in today's society. Financial security is a top what priority for a lot of families, a lot of people, everyone. Some spouse, they are looking at financial priority before they make any decisions on what they want to do. You can see someone now, they have their sweetheart, they have the man they call their soulmate, but due to the person maybe is struggling, he hasn't like stand on his feet or something like that, then they will leave that person and shift to someone that is ready, someone that is, and what I mean by someone that is ready, I mean someone that is capable, someone that is rich. They will just jump ship immediately. Not that because they don't love this person, they are in relationship with, they're in love with this person, they're in love with their soulmate, according to what they're saying. But what is the problem? Economic stability. Because when you point at research, when you look at what is really happening, you can realize that most of research indicates that individuals frequently look for what? Partners who share their wealth and educational backgrounds. Sometimes you see that when we started, I said in in the olden days, especially those days where they used to have kings and queens and all that. They are always like arranged. They always look for economic gain, which some families, some areas, they're still doing it, where the rich people will still look for a rich family that will come to like marry their kids so that the richness, those wealth will still be in that family. They will still maintain their rich status in the society. You understand? So they are not looking at love when they are making their own decisions. They are not looking at love when they are like trying to like give out their daughter to a man. They're not looking at all that. Their main focus is economic stability, which is, you can call it in your own maybe layman terms, financial gain. That's the way it is. So it doesn't matter if them themselves they are rich, wealthy. They, they can take care of everything, take care of the family, even the money they have will might even not finish to the third generation. But that is not their problem. They believe that wealth needs to be kept, even yes, as expanding, but it still have to be in the house. It has to be in the family. So because of that, they choose a spouse for their children through the lens of financial stability and financial gain. That is the way it is the state today. So this makes us wonder if we unconsciously put in material stability ahead of emotional what ties. Emotional ties, talking about love, soulmate. You understand? We love each other. We are in love with each other, and all that. That's when people talk about, you know what I mean, a relationship. But what about when it comes to marriage? Does love race does it still stand as the criteria that people choose their partner, choose their spouse, or is it based on economic stability? Is it based on economic stability? Guys, like I said, the line is open. You can put on the conversation. Let me hear your thought, what you have to say. There is just a simple question I ask. Are people still marrying for love these days? Do people marry for love these days? I just ask her, do they still marry for love these days? Or people, everyone is going for economic gains? Someone said that, yeah, mostly in the West, if you come to abroad or countries, all these developed countries, that they they always go for the love. They have to love someone before you marry the person. They have to love someone before you marry the person. And then when you look at we're trying to find out I mean, where they're coming from, where they get their own fact from, their idea from. You look at it, you find out that most of them they're getting their ideas from all these romantic movies. You know, sometimes you look at when Prince Charming, Prince Charming will just come and carry the lady or princess or whatever and run away. They go to one island or one, fancy. You know what I'm talking about? Those kind of lines, movies they're watching. Then they will stay there. They will live happily ever after. Those are movies. In real life, most people, many, even if it's not the lady deciding, the family also have a say in the relationship. They will look at your pocket financially. If they're not doing that directly, indirectly they will do it. They will do a lot of research on you. They'll find out what you do. They'll find out what you do. Last week we discussed about, we talked about bride price and all that. Talked about if Nigerian parents, if they are too controlling when it comes to relationship. This is one of part of it as well. It's part of it. How do I mean? They will not leave you because you're crying, you're hitting your head on the floor that you love this person. Mom, dad, I love him so much. Mom, dad, I love her so much. You can say that tomorrow. Parents don't normally look into that. They don't put maybe their emotions based on love and all that. Some of them, they look beyond that. They don't really like focus on that. Your happiness, you love this person and all that. They don't really understand. They don't. They overlook that. Especially if your parents, your family were the ones that maybe at the beginning they didn't have much. What I mean by they work so hard to get to where they are. They work so hard to acquire their wealth, acquire their riches and all that. Or some of them they are still like struggling to get to where they want to get to. You understand? The parents will never like their kids to experience what they experience. The hardship, the hunger, and all that. They will never try it. They will never want their kids to do that. So because of that, it's find out that some of them they don't really care about all those emotional or whatever. You can sometimes they look at it as emotional blackmail. They don't really care about love, say this, love and that. No. They focus on the same thing I said earlier, economic stability. And you can define it anyhow you want to define it. What I mean, it, what I'm trying to say is that they're looking at if your husband or if the man is rich, there are some characteristics they will look at for them to like get to that point where they will believe that yes, he is capable, or you have getting to this stage, maybe that he is the kind of person that will take care of their kids. Do you understand? So I said the line is open. You can call me. Let's uh let's hear from you. Hello, welcome.
Hello,
Yeah,
evening.
yeah, good evening, welcome.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Go on.
Yeah, I want to make a contribution based on your topic.
Go on.
I love that topic so much, but it's under the question is simple but critical and technical
Mm-hmm.
in the sense that it depends on the country or the area you are looking at it.
Okay.
Like you just mentioned when you were talking
Mm-hmm.
in Western world,
Mm-hmm.
they marry for love, quite sure. But if you come down to Africa, let me use Nigeria as a case study. Nigeria, not all marry for love. Do you hear me?
Yeah, and
So,
I heard what you said, but I will allow you to finish before I will counter what you just told me now about Western world.
okay, okay.
Just go on. Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah.
Not few marry for love in the Western world. Likewise here in Africa, Nigeria specifically, most rich family go for money
Mm,
because one, if they train their daughter,
mm,
give their daughter sound education,
mm,
and the daughter sees a man that she loves, and that person is not educated
mm,
or the background is not sound,
mm.
the parents will encounter it. You
Okay.
know, days back, some parents, due to where they meet, class. We have classes. Some of them once they meet in club or anywhere, they will they decide who will marry their son and who will not marry their son.
Mhm.
Let's assume it now. There was a man, he has the money, the other man has his money, but they just within themselves they agree
Mhm.
the daughter will marry his son without knowing whether the son or the couples will agree.
Mhm.
So they make it because of that financial problem. They don't want in a situation where their daughter or their son will go. They keep finding it difficult to make a living.
Mhm.
So some of them they go there to marry for money
Mhm.
because nobody wants his or her son to suffer. You hear me?
Yeah, I'm
So
listening. Yeah.
in Africa here, if you see, let me just use, it's like the poor marry the poor, while the rich marry the rich, because that complex, you see a average or poor person, he will not have that boldness to go and see the girl's parents. Peradventure, the girl may fall in love with a low class person and the girl is from a rich family. You find out these days now, some of them they'll tell you to come and see my dad, not when are we to fix our wedding. What they will say, when are you coming to see my parents? When are you coming to see my parents? And peradventure, if they came, first thing the parents will ask you,
Mhm.
who are you? Who is your father?
Mhm.
Who is your father? What does he do for a living?
Mhm.
And all those things. When you don't give them a reasonable, a tangible answer, you see that that marriage or that wedding is cancelled
Mhm.
because nobody wants her daughter to mingle with a low class person,
Yeah.
those rich men.
Mm.
So many of them marry for money. It's only the few. That's why I say you see that when a girl loves a guy and a guy is not buoyant or the family is not buoyant or they are not well known,
Mm.
the girl can vow or threaten their family, if I do not marry so person, I will not be your son. Disown me as your daughter or disown me as your
Mm.
son.
Mm.
So in a nutshell, your question, based on Africa, some like 80% marry for money, while 20% marry for love.
Okay. You say 20,
That's what I want.
20%. Okay. All right.
80%
Thank you for your
marry
call.
for money. Why?
Thank you. Thank you for your call.
Thank you.
Yeah. When he was talking about the Western world, he would say that the Western world, many people like West here, they all go for love and all that. Yeah, it depends. It depends. Because if you look at if you look at the average, when I'm talking about average, on average, watch all these white ladies. Watch all these white ladies. You see them, they are going for they are going for footballers, celebrities and all that. You understand? Listen, what I'm trying to say is that no matter what, in the Western world, here in the West, the way they structure their economy or the society and everything, it's already made easy for everyone to hustle, to work and everything. While you compare to Africa, where in most countries, the lack of employment and everything that is affecting a lot of families that bring that poverty to some homes and all that. So it's I know if you look at it, it's different. But I'm saying but ask a lot of them. You as a guy, if you're not like how will I put it? You're walking. Let me just give you a scenario. You're walking now with your girlfriend, and you walk on the street and all that. You're gonna be together for a while and all those kind of things. And then if um if she's not a kind of person that she's not really she will still claim that she love you and everything. You guys are together, but when the test, what I mean by the test, the temptation comes when they put them on the test and all that. When the guys would come in with flashy cars and all that, if you fail it, then you understand what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is that many, I already said that people are love marrying for love, like what the gentleman said. Say marrying for love can lead to fulfilling relationship. When you love someone, when you marry someone that you love, according to the terms and all that, you guys are in love, and you can see that emotionally you guys might be connected. You can support each other. You have that companionship. You heard that so many times. That's what you're gonna say. You understand? So say to you, but you know you love this person. You guys know each other for a long time. You understand each other more and all that. So with that love and all that, you have that companionship, you have that emotional support and all because you have a fulfilling relationship. That's the way it goes. Until there is what they call lack of money. When there's no money to eat, when there's no money to go out for those outings you normally do, when there's even before even you get that lady, there are some one or two things that you did before you get. There's a lot of things you like. You did your own, like it's like you take her out, you buy her some gifts and all those kind of things. You show up, you dress in your watch and everything. That's what she saw before she even accepted you coming close and all that before it can lead to maybe she fall in love with you. If you didn't have all those kind of, if you didn't have, so if you didn't have any, I mean, like you didn't have a little bit of money, but not seriously, forget it. Because when you try to explain what is love, you see that is a lot of things. It's a lot. It depends on how you want to like see it and what you want to explain. Because love goes with money. Love goes with money. Seriously. It's funny, right? Love goes with money. I'll tell you how it is. Once you stop doing those things you normally do, because you need to go outing. It's good money. You take her to a fancy restaurant or all the stuff, it's money. If you don't have it, you can't do that. When you buy gift or buying, it's money, you need that. When you go on holidays, on so it's money, you need that. You need money to clothe yourself. You need money to be comfort. I mean, talking about confident in yourself. You need money to like, have that confidence as a man. So if you don't have it, for how long will that love last? That's the question. How long would the love last? I've said this in one of our podcasts. I keep saying it. A lot of women, a lot of women, they want to be pampered. A lot of women, they want to experience a lot of things. Do you understand what I mean? And all those things they want to experience is not about it. It's money. You need money for that. Do you understand what I'm saying? You need money for that. So with that money, that forget it. You will struggle in that relationship. Now, someone will say to me, okay, how do you mean by money? Is it that you have to be very rich or wealthy or not that? It depends on what your class is. It depends on the kind of level or the kind of lady you are looking for. Do you understand what I mean? It depends on the kind of family where you're going to. That will characterize, or maybe that will like, show the kind of money that you will need in order for you to sustain, in order for you to like showcase yourself. That's the way it is. If you're still in university, there's a certain kind of money that you need to have in order for you to hold the girl. With hope that for her to like believe in you because she already knows that maybe after university you get a job and get it. When you finish university, you're working. Your level has already changed. Get up a little bit. There's a certain kind of money that you expect you to have in order for you to sustain that relationship. Okay? Someone put on the comment, he said that 80% of people marry for money. Only few marry for love. We I'm saying it. Love goes hand in hand with money. Love goes hand in hand with comfortability. And when you're talking about comfortability, it's all about money. You need AC is money. Good food is money. Good dressing. You dress nice. The perfume smells good is money. The hair is money. When you look at it, it's all about money. And all these things I'm pointing out now is all money. And all these things is what brings love. When she trying to like explain why she love you, then you understand what I'm trying to say. Ask her, why what is it? How do you love? What is your love language? Why did you okay, how do you love me? Ask her what is it that make her to fall in love with you? Let's just listen on what she will say. Do you understand what I mean? First of all, you have to understand something. We are human beings. And there's a reason why God gave everyone eyes. The eye sees. As the eye see, it will digest it, go straight to your brain and everything. Your brain will digest and everything. The first thing women normally see is the expression. What is that expression? You're dressing. I'm talking about men. Once a woman sees you, look at your feet, your hand, your hair, your dressing, and all that straight away. And once they look at you from head to toe, they will place you in a level. There's a level where they will place you immediately. She already like knows if she will give you a chance for you to even to talk to her, let alone if there will be anything like relationship. That is what? Money. That is financial gain. When we talk about financial gain, we're not just really talking about when you spend a lot of money, you're giving her money and all that. No, no, no. We're talking about your level, capability of money. I'm talking about wealth, rich, because nobody knows how much you have in your account. The way people see your the way they will place you is based on what you wear, the kind of car you will drive, your watch, all of that. Maybe the circle of friends you mingle out with. Then with all that, they will place you in a level. That's where they will put your money. Maybe later then they will start googling when they know your name and all that, how much, maybe if they can get that on the internet to find out. But at the end of the day, it's just speculations. They will place you in one place, they put you on category. That's the way it is. So it's the same thing. Once the woman sees you, she already know if you will give you opportunity to talk to her. She already know if maybe you are the kind of person she will like use at that time in order for her to get to where she want to get to. If you are the kind of person she will use to get to the next level in her life. The same thing with some men, the same. But what I'm trying to say is that there's always category. They always place you in a level immediately. You understand? And where they place you depends on how much you have and how much you showcase. That's what I'm trying to say. So when you have the opportunity, try to find out the reason why. Hello, hello, good evening, hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hello, good evening, welcome.
Good, good evening, sir.
Yeah, welcome. I can hear.
This is Paul speaking.
Yeah, Paul,
Uh,
cool. I can hear you loud and clear. Go.
okay, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Um, about tonight's topic, do people marry for money or for love? Um, I would say that
Hello.
hello, sir.
Yeah, go on, go on. I can hear you.
Hello.
Yes, go on. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I would say that based on tonight's topic, do people marry for money or for love? I would say that uh nowadays, from what I have seen so far, I would say that many people don't marry for love. Many few some marry for love. Though I heard you say that love works in hand with
Are you there?
money. No, not for money, sir.
Yeah, you there? Yeah, just you keep shaking. Your line is shaking a bit. Just stay one place. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So if I am being asked
Uh-huh.
if I will marry for love or for money, for love. For instance, now if I'm a lady, let me just swap it now.
Uh,
Let's say I'm a lady
yeah.
and I get married. I will not marry a guy because the guy has money. Does it mean that I don't love money? I love money as a lady, but I will not marry that person because that person has money. Money will not be my first. The first thing that is love because uh, uh, maybe in the future,
Hello. Yeah.
I can marry for money. Actually, it's for love. But when love is there, couples can stay together
Uh,
because when the money is not there, that marriage or that union will not last. So love is one thing that binds marriage together. So I would say that marriage.
yeah. Okay. Paul, your line keeps changing. You just keep dropping. Keep dropping. Okay. I think.
That's network is
Yeah.
bad,
That.
sir. So what I was saying is that I will marry for love
Uh-huh.
and not for money.
Okay.
I love money. Money is good, but
Okay.
the first thing first is to marry for love. This is for me. This is
Okay.
my own opinion. So that is it, sir.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Even like to support what you just said now. Someone, lady, her name is Sarah. She said that she believed wholeheartedly that marrying for, she believed that she can marry, she has to marry for love. Okay. So she argues that why financial stability is important. It should not be the primary motivation in choosing a life partner. Say love is what sustains the marriage through tough times. She said. I'm just concurring what you said. Okay, some women they believe that as well that love is what sustain marriage through tough time. Okay, um, but there's another guy too. His name is Mark. Mark Mark said that it's important to have that economic compatibility in today's society. So we live in an age where financial stress can break relationships. So choosing someone who shares your financial goal is essential. Do you see how men think? Okay. I understand what you said, Paul. I understand where you're coming from. But you are not a woman. You just say you're a man. So as a man, women will still see you in the lens of a man. Men are from generation, they believe that men are providers. Men have to be a man and all that. Okay. So apparently, to be frank with you, men men falls in love more than women in most cases. Fall in love more than women. Because men don't really like they don't look at what they will most times benefit from most relationships. They don't really most times. Some men, yeah, there are some men too. They look at what they benefit, but I'm talking about majority of men. They don't because they believe in falling in love, finding someone that maybe they can like build a family together and all that. But on the other hand, women don't normally look at it that way. You understand what I mean? You make a woman to fall in love with you. You make her to fall in love with you. And there's a lot of things that will make her to fall in love with you. Do you understand? And those things is what we are talking about. We were discussing a lot of those things. Okay. In most cases, if you ask them why they fall in love, they will point some, not every one of them will say, yeah, he's a caring man. He is a caring man. And when it comes to care, when you're trying to analyze care, it has a lot of things inside. When you try to analyze caring, it has a lot of things inside. How do I mean? When you ask Sarah, what do you mean by he's a caring man? Her own answer will be different from Mary. What Mary sees as a caring man will be quite different from someone we call maybe Ruth or Grace, someone like that. They will, her own definition of care will be quite different. They will, they will never come, they will never give you the same answer. It's quite different because they are different. Perception of women are quite different. And when it comes to love, what do I mean? Men, men, you make your woman fall in love with you. It's men that normally see that they will tell you it's love at first sight. When a woman meets you the first time, when she go back home with her, she will just go out to her friends. They will start chatting. When she will tell them that she met someone, what do you think they normally ask? I want you to like and let me know. What do you think they normally ask? Put on the comment section. What women they normally ask each other when they meet someone, a new guy. You understand? They ask a lot of things. And those things they're asking is all what? Is the material things. Most times you see that. One, he's handsome. How's he handsome? When they talk about handsome, talk about handsomeness, talking about your dress. I told you your shoe, your watch, all of that makes you click to the handsomeness. Then the car you're driving, the car will come out with a lot of all those things talking about is what will maybe like classify you. That's what they normally ask. They will ask. Why are they asking that? because women, their love language goes with care. And when you're talking about caring, talking about money. You understand what I'm saying? Because with money bring a lot of comfortability, a lot of comfortability, and comfortability brings a lot of care. You make her to feel comfortable. You make her to feel free to see you again, and all those things is money. So when we're discussing, we're asking, do people marry for love these days? Those are some of the things we're talking about. Sometimes you see that many, like what the gentleman, when he called, he said that here in the West, when you come to abroad countries like developed countries, there are many of them they marry for love. They love each other and all that. Sometimes when you look at it proper, it doesn't really like quantify it properly. How do I mean? Because there are ways they live it. It depends. It depends on what is at stake or what is on the table. And that's the reason why you see that that phrase, what do you bring on the table? Where did it come from? It didn't come from Africa. It came from the West. What do you bring on the table? That's what they're looking at. Do you understand what I mean? Because in most relationships, there's always benefit in that. It depends on what you're looking for. There's always benefit. Do you understand what I mean? So love can come at the long run. You guys might stay together for a while and then start falling each other, falling in love and all that, growing together, loving each other and all that because you become compatible. You can live together. You understand each other languages and all that. There's understanding and all that together. You live. Then you grow together, fall in love and all that. Once the kind of love you guys normally talk about, the ones you see in the movies, you see that person coming about. Most times when you look at that movie as well, there are things that bring it that you realize that it's the same thing. They're all saying the same thing. What are they talking about? Financial stability. It's either maybe the girl she marries a rich man, and the rich man doesn't really have time for her. So as she just like anytime she have a chance, she have time, she will look for someone else, a guy that she hang out with, and then she will start using the money from the rich man to take care of this other person. Do you understand what I'm talking about? At the end of the day, it's all about what? Financial gain. The other guy person is in love as he is at that time because him is not working. He didn't have much to do because he have more time for the lady. And that's the reason why he has the opportunity to see her all the time. Meanwhile, her husband is always working. That's why he didn't have much time for her. And she has time now to hang out with this person because this person has time for her. A lot, if you check about that's the kind of most of love that you see that you say that yeah, they love each other because they always have time for each other. They stay together. The circumstances is different. You understand what I mean? There's always financial gain. It's always there. Do you understand what I mean? So let me read what someone put in the comment section. So I read said there, say love without financial stability doesn't work well. We have to be honest with ourselves. But when you see the guy has a goal and he's not lazy, you can go with love and have faith on the guy. That's what he's saying here. We have to be honest with ourselves. Do you understand what I mean? When someone have potential, when someone has potential that he will get to somewhere, it's potential. So she is looking at the potential. The potential is what? Faith, believe that he will make money. He will get to where he wants to get to. And where is he going to? It's all about what? Financial stability. The financial gain is what is driving that relationship. Is what is driving that relationship. At the beginning, it looks as if it's love. They love each other because of what? One person maybe is believing, hoping that yes, you will arrive later. You will take good care of me. If you are not buying those things today, you will buy it tomorrow because you will still get the money. So maybe that financial gain is not now. It's not getting that money now, but you will get it later. And then they jump into that ride together. They're moving together, going. Now the pressure is on who? The man has to work hard to achieve that goal. You have to make sure that that car doesn't stop on the road. That car has to get to that destination. Because if the car stops on the road, the lady has the opportunity to do what? To get out of the car and join another different car that is moving. She will just come out, wave, stop a car on the road, join that car, move. What happens? She will abandon that broken car and move forward. That's what is happening in most relationships today. That's what's happening. Some of them, they will go into the relationship hoping, believing that yes, you will make it, you will get to that destination. Now it's left for the man to do it. It's left for the man to like achieve it. So if he didn't, what will happen? They will jump ship. They will tell you that you disappointed them because you failed your goals, your aspirations, yeah, all those things that you planned, what you tell them, that belief, that promise, and all that, you didn't, maybe you failed to achieve it. So they have the opportunity to do what? To jump in to another different, whatever you can put it, car or whatever you want. Jump into another relationship. Do you understand? Let me tell you something, okay? Sometimes when we come here to discuss, okay, we'll talk about on the podcast and all that we're discussing here. It's not comfortable. It's some of the things we discuss, one of the topics we bring here to discuss is not comfortable. Is something that in most cases when some places they would like to tell you what you want to hear. They would like to sugarcoat it or something like that. But here we don't say it straight away. You understand what I mean? What am I trying to say? You need to find the balance when it comes to your making your decision. You want to see someone that you want to marry. You need to find the balance. How do I mean? You find someone that is going to be compatible with you. Both of you will have the same mindset. You have the same aspiration. You know where you guys are going. You want to work together. You work together to achieve whatever you want to achieve. If you are the kind of person that you say to yourself, no, I don't want to suffer. I need me a rich man. You're going for a rich man or you're going for a rich woman. That is your choice. But then you have to get yourself ready to do what? For you to get that kind of person, because everything when it comes to financial gain, love and all that, all of them they always have conditions. You have to have something to bring to the table. So you have to get yourself ready on all that. Okay? So you need to reflect on your values, your priorities when you are entering into marriage. You need to do that. Are you seeking true love? That's your choice. Are you ensuring like maybe your future security, which is financial gain and financial stability? That is also your choice. Maybe you want to consider how both the elements can coexist harmoniously in your relationship. You're looking for a relationship where there will be like financial stability. Also, there will be love. Then you coexist in that together. If you can bring both of them together in that relationship, that'll be perfect for you. That's cool. At the end of the day, we always have choice. It's a choice. You have a choice to choose what you want. Do you understand what I mean? That's the way it goes. All right. Thank you guys for most of you that joined us to this time. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for joining us today. We we're gonna stop this day. We're gonna stop here this evening. Okay. Please don't forget to share this program. If you are joining us for the first time, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Guys, please share this program and your contact and all that. Okay. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook and TikTok. Why not on TikTok? All right. And also, many of you didn't put a notification. You need to put notification, YouTube notification, so that whenever we post any of our topic or whenever we post what we're going to discuss on Friday, you will get it, so that you can like plan ahead to join us. Okay. I'll see you on next week Friday. Have a lovely weekend. God bless.